Letsos.
You had some great advice earlier. We were talking about tap, which sometimes can be something that people don't want to do.
Hey, you got to tap, right? When you get your wrist snap, tap. And no one's been wrist locked more than me. You know, so I look at someone like George St. Pierre, he's in great shape, probably in better shape now than he was when he's fighting. So, yeah, you got to keep your longevity. And if you got to tap, you tap. Because in the gym especially, we're experimenting with a lot of new moves. And so when you're experimenting with something, you're going to tap. So yeah, tap or snap.
That's good advice. You've seen a lot of things change since the time since you started jiu-jitsu. You've got a whole new generation coming.
Dude, everyone's getting quicker, more athletic. It's like any sport, just advancing and advancing. Now the jiu-jitsu you need for a fight is maybe this much. To be a black belt world champion, belt level world champion, you need this much. So you have to decide what's really useful for you. So in a real fight, yeah, you may not need all this jiu-jitsu. You may need certain jiu-jitsu. So it's just all dependent. When I look at the UFC jiu-jitsu, I look at the jiu-jitsu that they're doing in ADCC in the world, that's always evolving. And you know, for a real fight, you got to use a more simple style. A 9-year-old should be able to understand your style. So I learned a lot how to teach MMA fighters from Carlson, Gracie. Helped Stephan Bonner, the Ultimate Fighter. He was just a blue belt. Got pretty far with that. Vitor Belfort. I was always there with Carlson, seeing what he did. And it just all depends on what you want to focus on. For the MMA, yeah, you got to make it more simple for sure. You know, for the jiu-jitsu in the world championships right now, it's super inversions, there's all types of stuff. So yeah, it's always getting better. The more you train, the better you'll get. And even if you're not feeling up to train your body physically, you gotta learn everything online. Even if you can't do it, you gotta see it. So yeah, like anything, things get better over time. But of course, the classics are the classics, right?
Put your hands up.
So yeah, don't knock anything. Try to learn everything. That's what I think. But try to get your style. Try to get something that's for you.
Now, as we get older, obviously we have a younger generation coming in. We are able to learn from our mistakes. Do you have any advice on longevity in this sport?
Yeah, if you're inverting a lot, you're going to have less longevity. You know, but you also may have a lot more success. It all depends on you. You're going to do what you can do. And that's just the way I look at it. You're always learning. At the end of the day, you don't want to be injured. See, I had a big injury early in my career. It wasn't even from jiu-jitsu. And I think that's what gave me the edge mentally. Because remember one thing, guys. It's not here. It's here. Especially at the highest level. In the beginning, it's here. But like the fight with BJ Penn, I was talking to him the other day, and we're talking about the fight doesn't start. I can say, okay, you go with him right now. You guys are going to fight each other. That's not a problem. No pressure. Who cares? But if I say, hey, guys, tomorrow at 2 p.m., you're going to be here and scrap. The fight's already starting. You know, anxiety's already starting. So you have to know how to deal with that. You see, deal with the pressure. And at the end of the day, you want to go home and be able to take a nap. You want to be able to sleep good. You don't want to be in pain. So train smart. Have training partners. We're not trying to hurt each other too much. You know, simulate war. You don't need to be in war. And then when you're in war, you'll be ready for it. And like what I like to do is train with my friends at this point in the game. And if you're tired, take a rest. If your body's telling you, oh, I don't feel like training, take a rest. Wristlocks are great as you get older because you're not sacrificing position. I started developing these a lot because with my injury, I had less mobility. And with the Wristlocks, I can go for a wrist lock I can defend it, and I'm still in the same position. I'm not sacrificing any position. So if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. So if you're getting a little bit older, check out some of my instructionals, and if you're younger as well. Because the truth is this. I talk to a lot of black belts, and I say, you know, how many armbar classes have you did in your career? Thousands. How many leg locks? How many leg lock classes have you did? Hundreds. At least 50. At least 20. You know, how many guard pass classes have you done? Thousands. And then I ask them, well, how many wristlock classes have you done? And the answer is usually 1 or 2. In their whole career, they learn like this one off the self-defense. So one thing I firmly believe in is that most people don't know shit about wristlocks. Wristlock the world. Thanks. That'll be good.